Picture this. You're 18, you finished your secondary school and need to start thinking about your professional life. Asia loves arts, so she decides to join the Brera Academy of Fine Arts in Milan to become a curator. Fast forward 4 to 5 years, and Asia is now graduated in fine arts, but something happened since her first years at university. I won't spoil the story, I'll just say stay tuned because Asia's job tale may help you look at your own path from a different light. Asia, you have the floor.
After the high school, I moved to Milan because I found out a great academy of fine arts. I really love arts in general. I loved literature, and I started this journey, and it was really amazing. It was mind blowing. All many stuff I didn't know. It actually took 4 years for me to realize that it was really amazing, right? But at the same time, also thanks to the pandemic, it wasn't actually my
Like your calling.
yes, it wasn't my goal. I really love art also today, but at the same time, I thought that everyone around me was so focused on what they wanted to do on their future, with their future. And me, I was like a fish in a huge, enormous, large sea, and I didn't know where to go, what to do. I just knew that, yes, I loved what I was doing, but it wasn't really a passion, something to spend my life with it and become one thing with the thing that I was doing.
Which is art, right? Can you just say a couple of words about what you're supposed to study when you do fine arts, les beaux-arts?
When I was in university, I actually studied a lot of stuff that it was connected to museography and all the world of actually museum. So we study a lot of theories, a lot of history connected to the world of ancient Greek to the most contemporary art and how to expose it. Doing a lot of exposition and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was extremely cool. But, it was so general and so huge. And everyone actually took a specific way to keep going. And me, I was actually looking for something to attach myself above all the things that I was studying. The first thing that I thought was doing a little bit of museography. So I was starting to think about doing exposition and create stuff, but at the same time, it didn't really feel something that was taking my mind and also giving a call to my art.
And then, because you were comparing with your
Yeah.
colleagues at university, and they were completely into their
Yes.
stuff, right?
A lot of my colleagues actually followed some amazing things, such as medieval arts, and I know this girl that she went to Bologna to study restoration of arts. So
Okay.
really, everyone around me knew what they were doing, and me, yes, of course, I was studying. That's it.
Yeah.
But it felt really, really lonely to don't feel that kind of passion.
Okay.
And at certain moments during the pandemic, I was so bored during the lessons. I literally spent my time actually cooking and not even listening to what the teachers would say. And I started to find out that it was so gratifying, so satisfactory. It was really a great satisfaction. And also the look on my girlfriend, that the look on her face whenever I cooked something, And I started to think, okay, that's actually cool. That's heartwarming, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that's strange, because I'm studying this thing, so I should follow this. But at the same time, I'm feeling all this sensation about food, and I'm Italian, so it's kind of stereotypical thing. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it was really really nice, and I started studying alone. I was following all my lessons, all my classes, but at the same time, I started some courses: how to make bread, how to make pizza, and how to make yes, bakery in general, because it was really really interesting to know how to develop something so great. With just the flour, you can make something so beautiful, so good, and it actually blowed my mind. So I started looking and looking and looking and studying all about it, and my my journey with the university started to feel a lot of less interesting. I kind of let it go because
Hmm.
I felt that wasn't the right path. But I finished. I ended it, my diploma, and I'm really happy about it. But at the same time, I'm happy that I had the courage to change it. It was really difficult, actually.
It
At the
was difficult.
Yes, it was really really hard. I had to talk to my parents. I felt that I have to explain to everyone around me why I choose to do this, why I
Mm.
changed everything, and what happened to my mind.
Okay.
The first explanation was that everyone in Italy during the pandemic started to do bread, and I actually kept going. So it was really frustrating for me keep going with something that I wasn't actually passionate at all.
Hmm.
And
Because
cooking,
you still had 2 more years, right, from the pandemic to
y-
finish your study?
yes, I actually fell in a little depression because I was feeling so much pressure from the society, from myself,
Mm.
because I thought that I should kept going like everyone around me, like every colleagues, and I wasn't doing it, and I felt a lot of pressure for it,
Mm.
and it was really hard at the beginning. But after, I think, 5 months after the pandemic, after that I kept studying bakery and kept exercising myself with a little bit of recipes and just mixing some stuff. We discovered that it was really my path, my
Okay.
journey.
Awesome. And so basically, no, from the pandemic, so not everything was bad of the pandemic, let's
No,
say.
actually
Uh,
no.
For you, it was an eye opener, and I can imagine, I can picture you while listening to the classes, the art classes on the laptop, you making a focaccia on the side.
That's actually how it was. It really, I have a great image in my head. I am sitting on the table. I got so bored of the lesson that I woke up. I just said, okay, I'm going to do a bread. I'm just never do it, but I'm going to try. And I was cooking while listening to it. It was so boring.
And so the whole world of bakery is like, is this where you see yourself?
Yes, and also no. I
Okay.
I
So
really. Excuse me.
no, please go ahead. I have questions later.
I actually think after this experience, after to having took so much pressure on my shoulders, and that it's kind of cool having so much experience has a baggage. There's something that you can achieve, let it grow, and also share with the others. So yes, I'm now doing bakery. I'm now a baker, actually. an apprentice, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I love art and I love a lot of other stuff. And I actually want to mix it up because I want to create a space that it's inclusive with everything that makes me comfortable, and I hope that will make comfortable others. Such as, for example, I would love to open a bakery where you can have breakfast at the same time, listen to a workshop, do a workshop on how to create a terrarium for plants or to do pottery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult, but I really enjoy this idea of create a space where you can actually mix everything up and do not exclude everything else. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be so specific life. I actually love to be generic and yes, a melange,
Mélange. Yeah, a mix.
a great mix of color on a white board.
Yeah, that's great. And because now you are studying and working at the same time, you're doing an apprenticeship. What is it called in France? Because you're in Lyon now, right? In France.
Yes, I
Okay,
moved to Lyon 5 months ago,
yeah,
and I actually had the fortune to find a great job with a great equipe, a great squad. I don't know how to say it, but yes, actually, right now I'm just working in a bakery, and in a month from now I will start CAP. That's actually a school where you learn how to do bakery and patisserie.
awesome. And is it something that you can then use anywhere in Europe, for example, once you have your CAP?
I actually don't think so, but I will make it so. I actually don't think that the CAP would be useful or
Okay, so you won't be able to use it like in Italy or in other countries.
yes, but at the
Okay.
same time, for example, in Italy doesn't exist really a school for cooking. There is the Alma, that it's a cooking school where you can learn different stuff, but it's a
Mm.
kind of academy and it's private. The CAP in France, it's actually something public that you can go also when you finish your college studies.
What do you do when you're learning now? What are you learning?
Right now, I'm actually working alone after only 2 months, and it's kind of amazing. And I'm basically doing every kind of preparation for the day after for the bread of the shop. So
Okay.
we kind of launch 7 type different breads. We do also croissant and pâtisserie en general, en general,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, that's kind of like it. And probably for the next month, I will do something more. I will become a tourière. It's a person that actually it's charged of everything that involves. I actually don't find a word in English to say this because I don't think it exists. It's
Okay.
viennoiserie. Viennoiserie.
Viennoiserie. Ah, okay. Like all the different croissant and things that are maybe breakfast stuff for us in Italy.
Breakfast stuff. Yeah, breakfast stuff.
Breakfast stuff, viennoiserie. And it's not easy, I think, to learn how to do all this, right?
No, it's actually not easy at all. It's a lot of chemistry, it's a lot of mathematics. There is a colleague of
Really.
mine, yes, and that's for me. It's a torture, but that's I'm so passionate about it that I don't care that I don't know anything in math. So
Yeah.
it's great actually. But there is a colleague of mine that once told me that for him, bakery is a mix of logic and a little bit of fortune. Because it does really depends on what you do, but also it's cold outside. If you did actually make something good, if you forgot the salt, if you spend 5 hours doing something, but you didn't make it good. And it's really, really a mix of everything. And it's kind of beautiful. It's something so simple, but at the same time, so huge.
Yeah. So you're becoming really an expert more and more of about bread, flour, and yeast. I
Yeah,
imagine that's I guess also the magic of bread, like this yeast that
yeah.
can
We don't
make it.
actually, now in the bakery I'm working right now, we don't actually use beer yeast, the
Mm,
the one that you usually buy in supermarkets, but
yeah.
we usually use sourdough.
Sourdough, okay. Which is
Sourdough,
what is sourdough compared to yeast?
magic sourdough. That's in general, sourdough. It's a mix of flour and water that you make ferment for
Hmm.
1 day or more, and you actually refresh it each 1 day that you use it. And that's it. That's really the simple thing. And after that, and thanks to that, you can make really some magic. Each day we use, I think, 20 kilos of sourdough
Oh,
per
wow.
day. Yes, it's a lot, but it's
Uh,
really cool.
and how many kilo of bread, for example?
Oh, that's really hard to say. So
Yeah.
it depends on each day, but I think I can tell you how much flour we use, and it's kind
Okay.
of a lot. It's 800 kilos per day.
Wow. And it's all organic, huh? I
Yeah,
remember
it's
you told
all
me.
bio and it's great. I will actually go to how do you say it? A moulin.
Moulin.
It's a mill.
Yes, brava.
Yes, we will go to the mill that produced the flour for us.
Okay.
We will learn a lot of things about grains and all that it's that contains this word. So I'm
Okay.
really grateful, and I'm actually learning a lot that you can not only be a baker, but you can be, for example, a teacher or a person that explain to you, a tutor of flour.
Uh-huh.
Go around and explain to others which kind of flour is better for some kind of uses. That's amazing. Like,
Amazing.
some people think that the baker job is something so basic sometimes, or something so simple, but at
Yeah.
the same time it's huge. It actually hide a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
and a lot of secrets. That's actually cool. Each day with clients, they ask us, "Oh, how do you make this? It's fabulous." We won't tell,
You won't tell. Yeah.
but
And
never
it's
really secrets.
it's so funny because I remember when I was living in South Africa, there was this one guy who had a bakery. He would make bread in the morning from 6 a.m. till 11:30. He would sell off all of his bread, and then he closes the shop and he goes surfing. And that was the best job ever I
Yes,
found.
that's
A,
amazing.
a balance of yeah, your life, your
Our
work and
hours
life.
are a little bit more strict.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm not actually doing any kind of strange hours, but yes, it's actually really, really odd. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually wake up during the week at 10 o'clock, and I end my shift at 7 p.m. But
Okay.
during the weekend, I woke up at 3 a.m.
Oh, that's hard.
Yes, that's hard, but that's also kind of nice. You go, you wake up, and everyone is sleeping, and you enter. I Every morning during the weekend, I open the door of the bakery and I smell this amazing. Yes, it's kind of amazing. It's refreshing, the smell of the bread. So
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy. And at 6 a.m. we open and everyone is happy.
Do you think you're gaining weight now that you're in the
Oh,
bakery world?
I actually think that I lost a lot of weight because
Yeah.
each day I carry 25 kilos multiply that for a lot of,
Oh, really?
yes. So
It's
it,
very physical.
yeah, it's a labor actually. It's kind of a labor, but I don't need to go to the gym right now, so
Yeah.
nice.
It's
Um,
a great combination. And
yes.
are there difficult parts of your job that you find that you need to improve, or that you find it hard or complicated? I don't know. I have no idea because I've never done this job, but I mean, from yeah, the maybe the physical part or the timing.
I think the most difficult and hard part, it's the timing, and also the physical preparation of the stuff, because you actually have to do the preparation and everything. It has to do in a certain way, such as, for example, if you have to create volume in a bread, I actually think that timing and preparation, it's kind of hard. That's the most difficult part. It's not so much the physical part. It's, yes,
Mm,
it's hard every day, because it's really it's kind of hard working with such gains and heavy stuff, but at the same time, timing and the preparation in itself. Yes.
so the measures, like the
No, it's
proportions.
not the proportion. And I really think that I will kind of make an example.
Yeah,
Each day I have to make some kind of bread, and we usually use some kind of sheets to pose it and to make it repose and to sleep a little bit like a baby. And you
yeah,
actually have to close it. You have to close the dough to create volume. And
yeah.
that's really difficult, because if you actually don't make it right, it
Hmm.
doesn't sort out well. So it's really, really difficult. And the timing also. Each day I check every 5 seconds the clock, because I really have to make sure that everything is doing it's in the right order.
Yeah, because basically you're folding
Yes,
the
exactly.
bread on
It's
on
folding.
itself.
Yes.
Okay.
You actually make some folds to create volume, elasticity, and the dough has to be plastic also.
Yeah, it has to breathe inside.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
has to have a lot of air inside.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the most difficult part, right? That's
Yes, it's
it's,
it because you never know what you will do, and each day is different. You have
it's
to
different.
control the
Mm.
weather, you have to control the temperature of everything, you have to control the timing, and you never know how it's gonna sort out.
Mm.
So it's up to us. It's for that my colleague says that it's kind of luck.
Yeah.
You never know. It's superstition. That's it.
Yeah. 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 I can't wait to try your bread,
Oh, it's
Daz. Yeah.
really good.
And what so for the future, you still need a year to finalize your
Yeah.
apprenticeship and to actually work at the bakery. And have you given any thought for afterwards? You have the goal or the idea of opening your own place. Would you like to still do some more apprenticeship or working elsewhere before you do your step?
Yes, of course. Actually, every day I watch my boss, and it's really difficult to think about opening something if I have to become so stressed.
Okay.
But at the same time, yeah, it's kind of a dream, because yeah, it will take 1 year and a half to finish my studies here, and also to end my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And after that, yes, of course, I will keep going with making a lot of experience. I actually want to go back to Milan. I
Mm-hmm.
find out that there are great bakeries in Milan, and I
Ah.
actually sell myself better doing this experience here in France.
Yeah.
And after Milan, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
And
Maybe another country.
yes, absolutely. My really dream is to open something that sells vegan stuff, so vegan products,
Vegan.
and
Mm.
that's it's a kind of a red string for me, the inclusivity of all.
Yeah.
So sell vegan products, learn how to be inclusive in a lot of stuff, such as, for example, being able to have a crew of people that know ALS, the language, the sign language, for
Ah,
example.
okay. Yeah.
Make a place that it's available. I don't know if it's the right word
Mm-hmm.
for disabled people and for people that are allergic to gluten.
Okay.
They're vegan and stuff like that. I really, really want to be free and have fun with it. I spent
And all
my
inclusive.
last year of university so much. I was really sad because I thought that society expect you to follow one way straight and that's it, and
Mm.
it's not like that.
Mm.
So I really want to have fun with it and with my journey.
Yes, and I wish you all the best. And I want to interview you 3 years from now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and see where you are and how far you're in your dream, because I'm sure that it will become true
Oh,
for sure.
you.
And I'm your best supporter, your most fervid supporter. Thanks so much, Asia.
Have a great day.
It is not easy to change path, whether you're 20, 30, 40, or 60 years old. Parental pressure, peer pressure, general expectation from society, or the feeling you might be wasting your time if you decide to deviate from your given course. Like Asia says, life is not a one-way street. She took the courage of changing route, she moved abroad, she started a new course, and so far so good. I look forward to my future interview with Asia 3 years from now.